up? If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are returning stubby, thank you so much for returning back for another video. It's me, Misha Danielle, and today I am going to do something a little bit different here on my channel. I've got some evening plans, and I thought, hey, why not do a really nice chit chat, get ready with me. I love watching these, so I said, well, it's time to bless the channel with one of my own. So I've got so many topics to discuss today. I don't know, one of them is success. Like, I really feel like society has put a whole lot of pressure on people to be successful. Like, I don't know, it's just too much. Like, one day you got your goals and everything's good, and then you feel like, okay, I want to share my goals with my friends and my family, and sometimes they're like, oh, that's not good enough, or oh, you know, you should change that, or that's just not going to work out. And I have the biggest problem with that, because any goal that you set for yourself is your goal, and the fact that somebody, even people that you love or, you know, care about dearly, they're telling you that it may or may not work out, and that's really disappointing. Like, I know a lot of things that I set for myself, people may have not been supportive of me, but did I change anything? No, because it was my goal. Now, does it mess up your confidence? Yes, it does, because you expect people to be supportive of you. And sometimes some of the goals you may have, family and friends might not know anything about that related subject. They might like, oh, you doing well? Okay, well, good luck. You know, they might have not a clue. But the fact that they know that you're doing it and they believe in you makes a world of a difference. Like, seriously, I really don't know. So, you know, a lot of people I know have a lot of personal goals, both short term, long term, and I'll check in with them and I'll say, hey, how's this plan going? Or, you know, did you do this and that? And they'll be like, you know what, I changed my mind. And I'll be so shocked, because you really know a person is serious about a goal when they're so passionate about it. I know every goal that I've set for myself, I'm really, really passionate about it. I meditate on it. I pray about the goal, and you can just tell in my voice. And when I bring up the topic, whether or not I'm passionate about it, like, I don't have to lie about it or anything. I kind of just can just talk about it. So just the fact that, I don't know, the fact that people are not supportive, it breaks my heart, because, you know, everybody needs somebody in their circle. Like, you need somebody to cheer for you. You need somebody to, like, let you know, like, keep pushing, because again, there's gonna be so many roadblocks, setbacks, all type of stuff when you got a goal. And, you know, the devil is truly busy, especially when it seems like you're trying to get stuff done, and you're gonna need like a, I don't know, support team, or it doesn't have to be a lot of people. Just, you need somebody in your corner to say, hey, you fall down, get back up and try again. Because sometimes you can tell yourself, get back up and try again, and you don't even listen to yourself. I used to be guilty of that, but now when my conscience tells me keep going, I listen more. But that just takes time. You have to build that up. It's nothing that happens overnight. But I really feel like we knock each other too much, and I don't know, I probably have when I was younger. May have heard somebody's goal and it sounds a little crazy, and I'm like, you're not gonna do that, like, be quiet. That could have happened, I don't know. But I do know that anytime anybody tells me that they have a goal in mind, I am so supportive of what he or she has, and I'll even tell them, like, I can't wait to see it manifest. I'm excited for your progression. And truly, all of that, you know, it's not every day somebody that you know is making goals like that. Especially people that you know in your life, they're hard workers, and they just, I don't know, they want the best for themselves. I don't knock it. And if I have, I apologize, but I can't recall it. But, you know, if I ever did anything like that, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's one of the things I just really want to discuss. So we are 7 months into the new year, and I just want to check in with my subbies and my viewers that hopefully become subbies. But how's your 2019 going? Is everything that you planned working out? Did you have to alter some things? Are you making changes? Are you successful? Did you fail and did you get back up again? Or are you currently in the process of getting back up? And another misconception that I want to mention, when I mention getting back up, it does not have to be ultimately right away. Sometimes getting back up can take a while. It doesn't mean, okay, it happened yesterday, I gotta get back up today or else I'm gonna fail. No, 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 sis. No, 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 bro. No. You have to get back up in regards to just putting into plan and thinking about what did you do wrong the last time so you can get it right this time. So that can take some months. I mean, you want to be the better version of yourself. You don't want to do any of those things. But ultimately, you want to get back up and you don't want to feel defeated. You want to, you know, be a champion in a sense. You want to be heroic and all that too. But back to 2019, I know in January, I believe January 1st, I actually filmed a video discussing my goals and just motivating people to get out there and really make change. And I know it can be so difficult, you all. And many of you know, if you try to make some big changes and it's just a work in progress, like you can just say, I'm gonna change this and that. But there is work to be done to make changes. And that can be in any situation, you know, career, life, love, anything. Like you want to make change, it is something that does not happen overnight, and it's just one of those things like you really got to like get into it and tell yourself like, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna be all right. You know, you have to be like super positive in a sense, and you want people to really respect you and stuff, and then you know you're making changes and it just feels like it's not working. I will say when I thought about 2019, I think it was New Year's Eve actually. I was out to dinner and I was thinking like, wow, tomorrow's gonna be a brand new year. I don't know, for the past couple of years I never say anything I'm gonna change or anything really I'm gonna do differently, because it makes you think, oh, I gotta like be a whole different person, and you don't. So I kind of change it where I am just gonna continue to evolve. I'm gonna just do better, not change anything, but do better, make more better decisions, progress more, and do all those fun things. And I don't know, I just recall it being a very difficult topic, but we're making do what we making do. But I picture this year going way better than it has. I had the early part of the year, without going into too much detail, had a lot of tragedy, I would say, and that kind of really like messed it up. I'm like, oh wow, it's over now. Like everything that could be wrong is gonna go wrong, and luckily, you know, prayerfully, things have gotten better. We're in July now, and I do have a much better mindset, you all, like a much better mindset. I think differently. I appreciate the little things and all that good stuff. So again, I have really learned to really appreciate everything, not just the big things and all the wonderful accomplishments. And that's nice too, to make some accomplishments and feel great about yourself. But please, you guys, please start appreciating every moment that is rare. Appreciate people in your life, everybody, even people that you might not get along with. Appreciate them being in your life. You know, they say people are truly in your life for a season, and I didn't understand that at first, because I was just always kind of selfish, like, well, if they're in my life, I'm going to keep them in my life. If they did this for me, I want to return the favor, and they're not going anywhere. I don't know, now that I'm older and all that, I feel like for years I kept people in my life that weren't meant to stay forever. There are truly people that are in your life for a season. I call them seasonal friends. Seasonal people. They sometimes they are around to teach you something, help you get to an experience that you may have not got to on your own. Those people are, you know, they're just there for when they need to be. And when their work is done and they, you know, you got what you needed from them, it's not like you're using them, it's just how life is. They kind of drift away, you know, not all of a sudden. And then you realize, you know, like, wow, they're gone from my life. And then, you know, you can still wish them well, but they're not gonna be doing the role that they had. They're not going to play the role that they were playing previously, because you got what you needed from them. And maybe, you know, along the lines, you gave them something that they needed as well. Sometimes that works that way too. But I've really learned to just appreciate everybody, everything. I find joy in a lot of moments. To be honest with you guys, I only used to find joy in moments where, I don't know, I would find joy when things exciting were happening. Like, for instance, if I was getting some type of big award or setting some type of accomplishment, I would be super, super happy about that. And you couldn't tell me nothing, y'all. You couldn't tell me anything, because I was on cloud 9. And that used to be my life. I would just particularly just boast about stuff. Not really bragging, like, I would say boast because I don't know, I was just really happy. But I was only happy when things were going good, and when things were doing bad, you wouldn't hear from me. I wouldn't talk as much probably. I feel like I don't know, I wasn't positive enough to have a positive outlook and be like, you know, we'll get through this and we'll be fine. I didn't have that. So I don't know, find joy in everything, even your triumph, because it's not gonna be forever. Okay, you guys, it's not gonna be forever that you're feeling down. That goes away. I find myself walking around the house and thinking about stuff like, this too shall pass. It will be all right. I can get through this, okay? I am strong. I believe in myself. No matter how hard this next task is gonna be, I'll get it done. And when I walk around with this positive outlook and everything like that, I really feel as though I'm a better person. And I've kind of rubbed off on people, and people will tell me like, Misha, you really have helped me. And at first I'm like, how did I help you? You did it on your own. And they're like, no, if it wasn't for your positive words and affirmations and, you know, just being a listening ear for me, I probably would have given up. And that just means the world to me, to know that I helped someone, I made a difference any way I could, you know. I love that. But that's just how it is. You gotta just keep pushing. To 2019 is definitely not over. If something didn't work out the first 7 months, honey, you got time. It doesn't even have to be December. People think, oh, by January you need to have done all this. No, take a little longer, but I promise you, sometimes the best things take the most time. So don't sit around and say, well, if I didn't accomplish that this year, it's not going to happen. Honey, where you getting that information from? You're getting misled or something. I'm here to tell you, you know, things will manifest when they're ready to. You got your plan, but that don't mean that plan is going to work in the time that you want it to work, and that is a-okay. So I don't know. Another thing, I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen. I need to share it with you guys. It's about life timelines. You know good and well, after a certain age, oh, I think all of us are guilty with that. By this age, I'm gonna be doing this, working here. I'm gonna get married by this age, have them 3 babies by the next. And then when that stuff don't happen, you just get mad. You just get like, what? I was supposed to get a promotion in 6 months. Why am I not getting it yet? I was supposed to get this degree within this timeline. Why did I not get it? Sorry, I'm getting a little aggressive. I'm sorry. But that's just how our emotions are, you know, when we don't get what we want or think we want. Sometimes things that we think we want, we don't need. It's not for us. So that's another thing too. But timelines are serious. I've had several friends really hurt themselves, and not like in a bad way, but they were really hurt when they didn't meet their do this by age 22 goal. If they didn't meet their marry this person by age 25 and have this baby by 27, they didn't meet that, and they were down on themselves. And I was just, you know, being a spectator like, ooh, That's not really healthy, you know? It's like, sis, get it together. Things may not have worked out like that when you wanted them to, but don't mean none of those things are going to happen. And don't let family members too, because they'll walk up to you, girl, when you get married? Oh, it's about that time, huh, for you to have them children. Oh goodness, it's always that one family member that's rushing you, or they have their timelines and they try to like they don't mean to, guys, but you kind of feel bad after leaving family functions if somebody's been pressuring you to do stuff that you really, you know, you haven't been doing. And you know, you might feel like, was I supposed to do this? Was I supposed to do that? I'll check people in a minute. Family are not like, nope, not my time yet. Trust me, when this and this happens, you will know. And they back off, okay? They back off. And it's like that, guys. It's like that when you're just like, okay, I don't even want to go to the family function because but aunt or uncle so-and-so or cousin so-and-so is gonna be on my head about graduating from college, or they're gonna be on my head about getting married and I'm not ready to, and maybe I haven't met the person that's gonna be my future spouse. It's too much pressure. Like I said, this is all about society's pressure. Society is crazy, but you can't listen to society. You know, you can't make what one person does a thing and feel like you have to follow suit as well. No, please don't do so. You kind of gotta have like a mind of your own and be really, really positive and think things through. And if things don't happen when you want them to, it's okay. If you didn't meet your family members' guidelines, that's okay too. And you just gotta keep on pushing. And I really feel like we are all guilty. I know when I was in college, I was guilty of a lot. You just sit, because I don't know, I think because I had so much time in my hands, whether I was studying or not, and I just would, you know, look at other people and see what they're doing and say, oh, well, when I'm their age, I'm gonna do this too. No, 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 no. Comparison is the thief of joy. Enjoy your moment. I call these moments where things are not going as you thought, I call it your moment. You use that time to reflect. Use that time to get better at something. No, this might not be your season for children. That does not mean that you were not meant to be a parent. It does not mean that you would have been a horrible parent, therefore you're not one. It might mean you need this moment to evaluate different life objectives, so when you do have those children, you'll be able to take care of them in ways that you wouldn't have been able to had you conceived them earlier than that timeline. So don't listen to these people. And speaking of comparison, don't do it. Stop comparing yourself to other people and saying that, oh, well, so-and-so moved on up the corporate ladder. Why have I not done that? It does not mean you are no good. It does not mean that you don't qualify. None of those things. Like I mentioned earlier, your time is your time. There might be something, really I would say 98% of the time, it's just a season for you to learn something. You're not ready to move up that corporate ladder because there's a skill you have yet to learn, or there's a skill you have not mastered, one that you need to improve, and one that when you get the improvement, you'll be really good at it, and when it's your time, it'll be your time. And we cannot do this. Don't let family tell you that you're worthless. If they tell you that, then they're obviously not a good family member and they're bitter for whatever reason. Do not take it personal. Again, do not take that personal. Sometimes fam will do that, and again, I've had family members that have said stuff and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know that he felt that way. Sometimes you got to speak up and say, hey, Aunt so-and-so, you know, I really appreciate your feedback and your concern, but I'm doing okay, and I feel like you're challenging me, or I feel as though you're saying I'm incapable. Is that so? And if it isn't, can you clarify how you feel? You might just have to say, I'm gonna do things on my own time. And whether or not you were fine with that, that's just that. And I love you very much, but I've gotta feel okay, you know, when I come around you. I gotta feel fine that I wanna be around my family, whether you have a timeline for me that I don't even have for myself. That is a definite thing. It's a serious must. So there is, I don't know, you guys, there is a lot to be said when it comes to when it comes to life, there's so much to be said when it comes to making decisions. I don't know, I feel as though we just live in a society where you gotta do what you gotta do to be who you need to be, and by all means necessary, work toward that goal, and just don't. I know I was having a really great conversation with my friend a couple of days ago. She's also a YouTuber, and hopefully in a couple of months, particularly 2 months, we'll get a chance to collab on each other's channels, and I'll tell you more about her and she'll introduce herself to you guys. But talking to her really opened up a lot of things. I know one thing when we talked about YouTube, and she was saying like she's been doing it for a couple years now, like maybe 3, maybe something like that, but it's been a good little while. She was saying like after a while you're gonna get tired of it. It's gonna feel like a job, and you just gonna not want to do it no more. And I'm thinking to myself like, ooh, I'm having so much fun. Being a YouTube creator is a lot of fun, you guys. This is something that I just do effortlessly, something I look forward to. I look forward to filming. I look forward to coming up with ideas for the channel. I like to brainstorm, and I simply told her, honey, the minute that it starts to feel like work, I want no parts. Okay, period, sis. Okay, I don't want any parts whatsoever if I'm going to, or if it's going to feel like work. I'm like, I don't want it. I do not want it. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just been monumental, this whole thing. This whole thing has been exciting. I've been connecting with lovely people and all that. So I'm like, ooh, to quit YouTube? To quit? Oh goodness. I mean, if it ever feels like the way she described it, I'm quitting flat out. Like there will not be any more Misha Danielle on this channel. It'll be over, because the scenario she described is like scary, and I just, ooh, I couldn't and I wouldn't, y'all. Like if somebody were to ask me like, why did you quit YouTube? I'm like, it felt like a job if I were to ever quit. So I'm like, this is why I quit YouTube, because it was just too much. Too much for me. No, but don't panic, you guys. I'm not quitting nothing. Quitters never win. So I'm going to roll with the punches, reevaluate something if it starts to be too much, and as my life starts to change and filming is different, and I don't know, whatever it may be, I'm just going to reevaluate what can I do to still do this. So there will be no quitting YouTube on this platform that I have created for myself, and I want people to know, never ever 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 never give up. You guys you're kind of like your own inspiration. Yep, you inspire yourself the minute you wake up and look in that mirror. I want you guys to start speaking positive affirmations. You might have a busy day, and maybe you know your schedule, like especially if it's work related, you might say, oh no, I've got this conference call today, I've got 3 meetings, I've got a list of things I need to do. Today's about to be a long one. I am so guilty. Let me tell you guys, at my job on Wednesdays, that day was packed with exhaustion. Like I didn't really sit down much till the end of the day, and I knew it. Like every Tuesday night I'm like, oh, tomorrow's Wednesday, and every Wednesday morning I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. And let me tell you, that really affected me, because I was just dragging to work knowing it's gonna be a long day. Talk to my coworkers, oh, it's Wednesday, you know how my Wednesdays are. And like I really feel like they all knew when they saw me come. They're like, oh, here she goes again with that Wednesday talk. And that really made the day long. But the minute I kind of changed things and said, oh, today's Wednesday, I'm making it productive by doing this, this, and that. Like I'm gonna make this long day feel like just a normal regular work day, and I'm gonna achieve my goals and do this, this, and that. And we're gonna be good, because Thursday's gonna be the next day. If I can, you know, just do 1 day a week, it won't kill me, it won't hurt me. And I'm telling you guys, I start to feel so much better. So if you guys ever feel like, you know, it's gonna be a long one, and you just, I don't know, your whole mood is just based on how you feel. Like, you create that mood yourself. If you are ever on the brink of just, you know, thinking and sitting there and dread and stuff, you're not gonna get nothing, honey. You're not gonna get nothing that you work for. Nothing. You're just gonna be just dragging on the day. And nobody got time for that, okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. So get it going. Stay positive. Just live your best life. Literally, live your best life. I know I was rambling. I already know. But I really hope that through my rambling, y'all got some type of message, you know? That's what I really hope. That I've kind of inspired you to shift your thinking a little bit. The reason I even want to share all this with you is because I shifted my thinking on a lot of things, and it has made a world of difference. A world of difference. And if I can share this knowledge, I'm going to share it. I'm not going to be selfish and keep things like that to myself. There's no need for that. No need for that at all whatsoever. We don't do that here on the channel. We spread positivity, creativity, and all those things on the channel. Yeah, so this has been a very productive Get Ready With Me. I feel like this should be something I do more often. What do you guys think? You know, let me know if you watch Get Ready With Me, or was this your first one? I feel like I mean, I have to get ready anyway, so I might as well talk. You know, I may as well talk and all that jazz. I've got to do something with this hair of mine, you guys. But I will not keep you any longer. So I am just going to work on hair. Makeup's done. So that's always a good thing. And I don't know. Life gives you lemons. You better get your picture out and make some good old lemonade, because it's summertime. Hey, how are you guys liking the summer vlogs on the channel? Are you liking them? Are you loving them? I don't know. I'm working on summer vlog number 7. I don't know how many I'm going to do in the series, but it's so fun. Vlogging is just a really great experience. So let me know how you think about those videos. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? I'm going to need you to subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be up to date on all my uploads. You do not want to, you know, go on my channel and be like, I missed this and that because I didn't subscribe. Honey, be a subby. We're having fun over here on the channel. So in the meantime, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm about to go finish getting ready.